Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight. Wow, I love this new technology where not only can you see me, but I can see you too, so that's great. I had you for a split second there, and you were really worried, weren't you? My name is Father Jim Lickus. I'm the new canonical administrator here at Blessed Trinity Catholic School, as well as a pastor of St. Richard's and the Church of Assumption. And I'm very happy that you have tuned in tonight to help support our school. It's a very wonderful ministry that we have here, this Catholic education that we're able to give our children. And tonight's event is a very important part of supporting that. So again, thank you for being here tonight and for offering your support. I had the privilege of visiting our younger students the other day, earlier this week, to talk to them about Advent and about the preparation that we are doing for Christ's return. And they were very good students, very good listeners as they absorbed that. And so I always love visiting our students, getting to know them a little bit, as well as our faculty and staff. And so I look forward to doing that here over these upcoming years as your canonical administrator. Well, as always, why don't we begin with prayer so that we can ask God for his blessing upon our evening tonight. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we are grateful for the gift of our faith, the gift of our school, the gift of our children. We ask you to bless this evening. Please give us generous hearts so that we may continue to do the good work of forming your children in the Catholic faith as we prepare them to be your sons and daughters for all eternity. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Hello, my name is Annette Marguerite, and on behalf of the Blessed Trinity School Board, I want to welcome you to our 14th annual Grand Gala. This school year has certainly been a bit of a challenge, but we are incredibly proud of our teachers and staff as they continue to deliver an outstanding education despite the pandemic. We are tremendously impressed with our teachers who have demonstrated such innovation, creativity, and dedication despite COVID. Our families and our students have been working very, very hard also. Our families have been working to educate not only their own children, but all of Blessed Trinity's students. We are so grateful to those families who have entrusted their students to us for in-person learning, but we also are working very hard with the families who have decided that distance learning is a better choice for their families. It is an honor to serve Blessed Trinity by being a member of its school board. This year, we are working particularly hard to enhance and improve our relationships with the founding parishes, St. Peter's, St. Richard's, and Assumption, to grow our school and also to enable our teachers to feel supported and they can thrive while they deliver an outstanding education and bring Christ to our students. We are so grateful you are with us on this journey and hope you will continue traveling this road with us as we continue the legacy of Catholic education in Richfield and Bloomington. Again, thank you for being with us this evening and have a great night.
Good evening. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to our Grand Gala. Just a little differently this year, as you're joining us actually in one of our classrooms. So definitely a little bit different, but we're so glad you're with us. My name is Patrick O'Keefe, and it is my honor to have been blessed to be the principal here at Blessed Trinity, now in my 10th year. And man, does time fly when we get these wonderful events and so many of you with me. I also get to be here because I'm a parent of 3 fabulous children. 2 of them are at school, and 1 is on the way just next year. So thank you for being with us at the Gala tonight.
I'm Terry Braun. I'm the Development Director at Blessed Trinity, and we're excited to have you.
Tonight is different, and we miss you incredibly. It is so much better when we can see you, as Father Lucas mentioned when he opened us up, but we know we'll be back together soon in so many wonderful ways.
We stand before you tonight because we're representing an army of teachers and parishioners, parents and students, volunteers, and you, the donor. We're here because it's our job, and we're here because we're both parents. We're also both products of Catholic education. This classroom was my 4th grade classroom. But the reason we have the job and the reason we have our own tigers is because of what we were shown. Our parents, their friends, our confirmation sponsors and teachers, our coaches, and the church ladies showed us at a young age the importance of this work. We're doing that same work tonight. They didn't do a virtual gala, but they were sweeping at the stadiums, they were calling out bingo, and they were making donuts. We are honored to walk in those footsteps, and it's a privilege to show you our school, to show you the importance of this work. We also need to start tonight with a thank you. Elframe Productions has brought us into your living rooms, and we cannot see you, but you can see and hear us, and that is nothing short of amazing. Long before essential frontline workers was part of our vocabulary, that's what Jeremy was for our gala. So it's no surprise that he's here with us tonight. In the spring, when we went to distance because it was safer, Jeremy was beside us so that we could bring comfort to our families and our community together through virtual mass, virtual convocations, graduations, and talent shows. We need to thank them tonight. And I'm assuming on Jeremy's feed, he can see you all standing. He just doesn't allow us to see that. We'd also like to thank our best neighbors a Catholic elementary school can have, the Academy of Holy Angels, for their sponsorship. We want to thank Premier Bank, our dear friends at Moss and Barnett, and the Liquor Vault. Those sponsors, along with the Grand Gala Committee, has outdone themselves to make this night feel normal. We have a lot of gala games that I'm supposed to give directions for, but you already knew how to do them because most of them are sold out. There's a few items, corks, spirits from the Liquor Vault that you can still purchase. And our Grand Gala Golden Ticket will be open later tonight. We also could not have tonight without our silent auction, which is online. It closes tomorrow at 2 p.m. There are only a handful of things that the pandemic hasn't impacted: faith, hope, and dessert. And tonight we got them all three. So we will be closing our dessert auction later this evening, one by one. Now would be the time to make your plan and your backup plan, and we would like to show you the overview of the desserts right now.
Item 600, Boston Cream Pie from Wolet's. Wolet's has been making fine desserts for over 70 years, and we haven't had a dessert auction without their pie. That is really a cake. Item 601, Cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. This is the most popular flavor of cheesecake at the Cheesecake Factory. We know we have cheesecake fans watching at home. Elbows out while you're bidding. Don't let this one pass you by. Item 602, Lemon Torte from the Cafe Latte. This dessert is a lovely treasure from the other side of the river. Item 603, Turtle Cake for the Cafe Latte. A Grand Gala favorite for a good reason. This luscious dessert begins with devil's food cake and sandwiches, caramel, pecans, and yes, more chocolate in the middle. Item 604, Marquise from Turtle Bread. This dense chocolate mousse cake covered in chocolate ganache, garnished with cocoa nibs, is your last chance at Grand Gala dessert, as it will be closing last. Our dessert auction will close later during this live program. Get your bids in now. Don't miss out on your favorite sweet treat. This year, your dessert arrangements can be made for dessert pickup or drop-off. Not ready to enjoy the dessert yet? Let us send you a gift card so you can have the dessert with friends and family when it's safe and convenient for you.
Thank you, Terry, for making sure that we are all set up and practicing for later on tonight. If you can tear yourself away from your dessert plan, we do have a lot more planned for you, and we're so excited to share with you what's going on. But we do know, and it is still such a very, very different year. It's not the same. And we are all having to work and process and do things so much in different and new ways, including here at school. We've been so proud of our teachers, our staff, our faculty, our parents, and their wider community as we've made that transition and kept our kids learning. And that's the best part, and it's the best part of why you're here with us tonight too, is the mission of Blessed Trinity continues no matter what is going on around us, to be clearly Catholic, intentionally inclusive, and academically excellent. Better yet, despite everything else that is going on, we've been able to still come together, many of us in person, all of us connected digitally, and in so many other ways to keep growing in our knowledge, to keep growing in the gifts God has bestowed upon us, and to keep growing in our love for God. We are so grateful for all of those opportunities and that the mission can continue despite everything else that's happening. Long ago, somewhere, or not so long ago, if you're with us for the very first time tonight, welcome again, you made a choice. You chose to be here as part of BT. Maybe your parents brought you here as a student. Maybe you were the parent that wandered in because you just saw a sign and ran into me, and that led to the journey that you're on with us. Thank you for all of that. But all of you have responded to the call that the difference of Blessed Trinity education and experience makes in the life of our students, our families, and in the world beyond. We want you to know and see that, and I hope you enjoy how much the difference has made for all of our students and the difference your choice continues to make in the life of Blessed Trinity.
We are all family. We all care for each other.
I've made a lot of friends and we all kind of understand each other.
They'll feel like family here. I just really love it here at BT.
I think it's the perfect learning environment.
Part of our mission here at Blessed Trinity is to be intentionally inclusive. One thing that was really important to us choosing a school was the diversity of the community.
The community here is inclusive. There's socioeconomic diversity, there's ethnic diversity, there is emotional range amid the students in each grade level. There's physical range in their abilities, and even in a small setting, those things are able to be known and recognized and then embraced.
Being a smaller classes and smaller sizes, we can just more individually get to know our students. It's at our core of who we are that we want to meet people where they are and help them grow. We're able to focus on those needs in a way that allowed them to really flourish.
The teachers make it easy for us as possible. They make learning fun.
It pushes me. The teachers, they have high expectations. I think it's good for the students because we're trying to be the best that we can.
We know that Minnesota has one of the largest achievement gaps in the country. We know that the outcomes for some of our Latina students and Latino students is really not as strong. And we know that by being here at Blessed Trinity, they close any language gaps faster because they're in smaller classes and being able to address those.
It is a huge difference from where they were before to where they are now. Huge difference. And it's by far the best decision that we made for their education.
If people want to have a chance for their students, for their kids, if they really care for their success and be able to be independent for a good education, for a good formation, for a good faith, because faith is it's not just like it ends at the end of the school day. Faith goes with them in every action they do.
What we get to do in Catholic education is grounded in that belief that Christ calls us to use our unique gifts in the world and for the world. And so we get to talk to that whole experience. We want to be great mathematicians. We want to be great historians, great scientists, great readers, great writers, which you can do in any school, but to do it from this perspective that Christ calls those gifts in us and empowers us to use them for someone else. So we get to form all of that every day.
We wanted more of the faith-based environment and culture. I think building the total person that we weren't necessarily finding in the schools that we were in.
This community was more magnetic to us for the values and for the opportunity and for who this community is. It far outshined what we had in our backyard.
When you walk in, it's like you walk into open arms.
Blessed Trinity has been a great community, a support. In hard times, when I had hard times financially, they helped me to get through it. I was going through a divorce. My financial and my employment changed drastically. And the last thing that I wanted to do is have my kids going to another school where they didn't have any connection. I met with the principal and he's like, no, we're gonna make it through.
A couple of years ago, I thought about taking the girls out of school here because it wasn't gonna work out financially, but I couldn't do it.
And I said, don't worry about that piece. All of these people are here to believe in you, and they want your girls because of your strong faith in the Catholic Church and what that means for them to be here. If you want to be a part of this and you believe in what we do, we want to make this happen for you.
We're totally grateful for the donors, the people that make it all happen. The value is that look at our daughters, how they treat others respectful and how they just work hard.
Thank you for help my family, help other families. So this donation people change life for the kids.
I'm just so grateful my kids are here. I'm grateful that I live in this great community, and I hope and wish that more people knows about this great school.
I've already said it many times, we can't be together tonight. And this is the part where that fabulous difference you're already making, we would be bringing into our gala room with our exceptional students. And we thought about delivering them to your houses tonight, and it just didn't work out. But instead, many of you received an envelope just like this one. So if you haven't found it already, or if it's not sitting next to you, please do find it. Just don't open it yet, because there's a few instructions. But please find this envelope, because it's the best we could do. We couldn't package the kids into your house just yet. We sincerely hope that you are together with those that you love and that are a part of making this difference in your family, in your own household. We look forward to when we can be back together. We know just how hard it is to stay together right now by staying apart. And any of you that have ever visited a kindergarten or a preschool classroom know exactly what I have been saying right now. And if you have ever encountered Mrs. Wyrick in your journey with Blessed Trinity, it is nearly impossible. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us this way tonight, and we will be together soon. So I invite you at this point to take that envelope and open it up, please. What you have in front of you are two hands. These are the actual hands of one of our 213 students. They put these together in a COVID-safe way, I promise, but they put them together and put them out to you so that we could deliver a hug in our gratitude for the difference you make for our kids, our families, our staff, and our community. So as we go into showing you them in a way that we can tonight, I invite you to take your hug and put it on as we get to see what our kids get to tell us about Blessed Trinity.
I'm a Blessed Trinity Tiger. 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 I'm a kindergartner at BT.
My name is Juan, and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Grace, and I'm BT Tiger. I'm a Blessed Trinity Tiger. My name is Natalia, and I'm in 4th grade. I want to give you a hug. I want to give you a hug. I want to give you a high five.
It's because of you we are Blessed Trinity Tigers.
I want to shake your hand. Thank you. It's because of you. You. Thank you.
Thank you. I get to go to this wonderful school because of you.
Thank you.
I know it's you because you can't do this alone.
Reading is my favorite subject. Math is my favorite subject. Science is my favorite subject.
I've been given access because of your kindness.
I love books.
No matter the situation, Our teachers always keep us learning.
I'm excited to tell my parents what I learned each day.
We love our teachers.
I love my teacher. I love our teachers.
Our teachers make our learning experience fun. The teachers care about each and every one of us. They push us until we make it.
I love meeting new students every year. I like how we don't judge each other by our color of our skin and our differences. We are all Tigers.
It's because of you.
It's because of you we are BT Tigers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You deserve an hug.
If you've been with us at any gala or function, I often say these words, that is the worst thing to follow every single time. But it's so great to hear them because that's the difference you're making. You may recognize some of those words. If you were one that received a letter from us about our serve-a-thon not so long ago, those students on the screen and those words were theirs. What they wrote about you and about what this means to be here. Thank you to everybody that we're already seeing on our screens that have chosen to make a difference before we ever even got here tonight. Thank you for your continued generosity and support of our students and our school. This year, we have an incredibly generous friend who has challenged us yet again to match their contribution of $30,000 during our end of the year. Tonight's work is an incredible step towards that match, so everything you're doing is doubled. Put those hugs on, and we invite you to think hard about what that difference can be tonight. Since we can't see you waving furiously, the paddles and wands in your living room, you're going to have to connect to us and show us your gift in a little different way. So you need to either get out your phone or get out your laptop, and we've made it as easy as we can. At least that's what they tell me because they didn't trust me to do this any other way. Find the text or the link that has your link to your giving tree, your giving at GiveSmart. Click that link and it'll take you straight to a page. There's a donate button right at the top. There's also the home page, and just a little bit further down is where you can place that bid. Unfortunately, mine looks like I have someone at home that is working very hard on one of those silent auction items. So you need to stop doing that. If you got distracted in your house too, find that donate button and the home button right now. Now's the time to make a difference. I promise there's more time for those silent auctions in a little bit. As you're working through this, please follow the instructions on the screen or the instructions to text a gift in. We are so grateful. If you're able to help us tonight with $2,500, $2,500, that reflects the average need of a student to attend Blessed Trinity this year. If you can help us with that, you make this real for one student in a family to be able to be here for the entire year. And we could not be more proud of our students and thankful to you for that gift. As you can see, there are so many that have already done this, and we would be remiss if we didn't take time to say thank you to at least some of them. And some of our fantastic people who've been with us every step of the way on these galas can't be with us tonight, obviously, and they were already jump-starting us. And that's the totals that we have been able to share with you already on the screen. Thank you to Phil and Rose Murray, to Jim Lemmer and Pat Brennan. You've been with us at so many of these and made this possible for so many students at BT.
$1,000 can help a teacher or staff member during this time when we are moving more and pivoting more with our work. $1,000 will help update our laptops and our devices to make us able to meet our students where they are. Our students are also supported by many foundations: Catholic Services Appeal, Catholic Community Foundation, and AIM Higher. This year we have 55 AIM Higher scholars. They each get a $1,000 gift from AIM Higher towards their tuition. Your $1,000 would match that investment in our students. We'd like to thank Bob and Pat Hall, who've made a donation already tonight. Sarah Hillman was early. She's our middle school math teacher. She wanted to be a VIP. She donated early. And Chris and Denny Denio. Thank you for your gifts.
If you think you can help us with $500 tonight, that amount not only helps one of our students to be here with us, but it means our teachers can get to incredible conferences, both locally and possibly out of the state if they need to. It helps us make sure that we have all the supplies we need for the fabulous service work our students do, from the supplies to assemble hundreds of lunches that have been distributed around the Twin Cities metro area over the last few years, to the projects for care bags for the homeless. Those gifts make such a difference to not only be here, but then live that mission of being for others and using the gifts that we have. That same $500 can help make sure that our community stays connected. We know that we're a part, and we also know that we are a part in Normal because we have our two wonderful campuses at Penn and Nicollet. And one of the centerpieces of our life in the church and our school is celebrating the Mass, and we have the opportunity to bus together to do that because of your generosity. We thank you if you can make that gift to us tonight. We also make sure we say thank you to an incredible friend who let us know that he was going to be with us virtually tonight, and you've seen he's already added his name to this list. Thank you, Archbishop Bernard Hebda. Your incredible leadership, the grace with which you give us so much and lead our archdiocese, but also impact the life of our school right here at Blessed Trinity, cannot be explained through a camera. We appreciate all that you do and the way that you inspire so many and connect so many other things to our story here. Thank you so much.
$250. That's 1 month of financial assistance for a student. It'll be relief for a family and an investment in the future of our world and our church. If you can make a $250 donation, it's a month at BT for a student with an incredible education.
If we haven't said the number for you, and if it's $1 million, could you please give one of us a call? Because we'd love to know that. But any number works, please. Whatever it is that you can do tonight, that's why we're here. And every little bit truly makes a difference in our students, in our families, in our faculty, staff, and the community that we have here. I encourage you to keep working through giving online. You can always absolutely bring a check or mail us a check at school or let us know if that's more comfortable for you. We appreciate you being with us this way and connecting to us in all the ways that we can tonight. Thank you for making a difference on behalf of our students. As Terry mentioned earlier, there are certain things that just can't be stopped, and the Grand Gala dessert auction can't be stopped. So at this point, while you're continuing to think about all those kids and the ways that you can impact us through your giving, we're going to move into our dessert auction for tonight.
We would need to continue this Grand Gala highlight even when we're virtual. Patrick, did you bring sorbet?
You didn't bring the sorbet?
We just got word that sorbet has been canceled because of COVID. So what that means is you need to roll up your sleeves just like you would do in person. Sit up a little straighter, because the people with the less than high bidding individuals, they will not be getting dessert tonight. Nancy Cullen is here. We brought her back from retirement, and she will start a 1-minute timer when I tell her. I will introduce the desserts. I will tell you what the current bid and bidder is, if they are allowing me to read their names and have not decided to be anonymous, and then I will have her set the timer. Our first dessert is a Boston cream pie. The current bid is $125 from my household. I'm glad they figured out how to log on, and I'm excited to get dessert tonight. We will close the bidding in 1 minute.
While you're getting those last bids in, we wanted to continue to tell the story of the difference that you're making. And the effort that you're here helps families make the choice to begin with us in preschool and kindergarten and to help them grow in faith. Please take a look at how this happened for Caroline Langfeld and her family.
We kind of chose Blessed Trinity twice. First, we were looking for preschool, and we wanted a place that was nurturing and offered a faith-based education. And we came and toured Blessed Trinity, and we found that and so much more. The teachers were really good at fostering a great environment for curiosity, satisfying that curiosity that 3- and 4-year-olds have, and also kind of letting her imagination run wild. And then when it came time to decide for kindergarten, we went on tours of a couple different area private and public schools. Academics were important, but more important to us than the academics was the environment that our children were going to be in. Are they going to learn respect for other people, and are they going to learn respect for themselves and for each other, and how to interact with other kids, and also passion for learning, and that learning is a lifelong pursuit for them. And we really found that at Blessed Trinity. There are lots of out of the classroom opportunities, learning moments. We just really wanted to stay here because this is where we had kind of formed so many relationships in that community. It was the very first day of preschool. Our oldest daughter came home with a new prayer, or the parts of it that she remembered from snack time, their snack time prayer. And that just became a staple around our dinner table. And as we went to have dinner with relatives, like we go to my in-laws' house, and that became a prayer that we would say with my in-laws. And then we'd go to my parents' house, and that would be a prayer we'd say there. And we went to my grandparents' house, and they were just so touched and blown away that this little 4-year-old knew this prayer and was sharing that with the whole family, that my grandma actually wrote it in her funeral plan to have my oldest daughter and the rest of our family say it at her funeral. So when the time came, we got up and we said the snack time prayer for my grandma's funeral, which was, that was really special.
Yeah. Thank you for the world so sweet. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, God, for everything.
But it was a really special way that Blessed Trinity has impacted us.
That story, all 3 of my girls have come home with that prayer. And just at the beginning of this year, Claire in kindergarten came home with the story of, look what Miss Bach taught me today. And it was the sign of the cross. Now, this was not the first time she had seen that, and we had been trying for literally years to get her to do that. But it's just to show how an environment at Blessed Trinity, a dynamic teacher like Miss Bach, and a community can impact those big and little things. Our Boston cream pie, and when I say our, I mean the Braun Boston cream pie, will be going with Sharon Warmka tonight. Her high bid was $275. So congratulations and thank you. Plan B. So next is cheesecake. You should be at your backup plan now if Boston cream pie was not your choice. Our current high bid is Andrew Garland at $200. This dessert will be closing in 1 minute.
As you continue to indulge your sweet tooth and come up with your plan, your backup plan, and hopefully back up to the backup plan, we wanted to keep telling you about the amazing work that's happening here and the support and the work of our teachers in particular in these uncertain times. I look forward to you hearing from Dan DeGrace about their experience this school year.
Hello, my name is Daniel DeGrace. My wife Teresa and I have 5 children. All have attended Blessed Trinity since 3-year preschool. 4 have graduated and continue to lead purpose-driven lives. Our youngest, Eva, will be graduating this year from 8th grade. We have experienced firsthand the value of a Catholic education and the exceptional ways in which the teachers at Blessed Trinity have prepared our children for the journey ahead. The challenges of these past 9 months have impacted all of us in different ways. We've all learned to adapt, grow, and change to a new normal. Under the leadership of Patrick O'Keefe, his staff, and teachers, Blessed Trinity was able to develop and execute a COVID preparedness plan which led to a seamless transition to distance learning. And Blessed Trinity was able to safely bring students back to the classroom for the 2020-21 school year. The teachers and staff should be recognized for their ability to quickly pivot to accommodate absences related to COVID, and in our case, a pre-existing condition. This is an amazing and unselfish group of teachers who have likely never worked harder nor managed as many distractions than they have this year. In times of trouble and uncertainty like these, we often remember the words, "The good Lord doesn't give us any more than we can handle." It's our continued hope for the future and God's blessings on Blessed Trinity that others will have the opportunity to share in these same experiences. Thank you, and go Tigers.
25 years, the DeGraces have been part of our community. I'm just not ready to say goodbye. 14 galas. I've stood next to Teresa. She's been at my side tonight virtually. I've done it with 3 principals, this event, 3 different ones, but Teresa's always been by my side. So on Monday, I plan on talking to Mr. Boyle about keeping Eva for a few more years until I'm ready. And Patrick has already said he'd sign off on it. Moving on to the cheesecake. The high bidder on the cheesecake is Scott Warmco for $250. Lemon tort is our next dessert. The current high bidder is Justin Braun, or possibly Claire, and the bid is at $275. We will be closing it in 1 minute.
Through all of this and all the fun we're having right now with cakes and desserts, you're keeping our family together in Catholic education. Our wider family here at Blessed Trinity, our families here in this room. And we have an opportunity to share how that story works for one of our families in the Marin Torres family.
The Marin Torres family transferred their students to Blessed Trinity in 2005. This past June, their youngest Tiger, Joshua, graduated from BT. In these last 14 years, they've sent their 5 children through Blessed Trinity, onto Catholic high schools, including Cristo Rey and the Academy of Holy Angels, and even Catholic University. That is a combined total of 61 years, so far, of Catholic education for their children. Extraordinary leaders begin with a great Catholic education. We are so very proud of these alumni and will continue to watch them grow into the change makers of our world.
I know that if I had a choice of going to any other school, I feel like I would choose this one again and again and again, no matter what. I know that when we were younger, we weren't able to choose our schools. My parents were just like, you're going to this school. And I honestly don't regret my parents' decision of sending me to Blessed Trinity. And I mean, when I have my kids, I'm hoping I can send them here as well.
This becomes a whole family experience with Judith working here, their mother, in our preschool and extended day program. The winner of the lemon tort is Claire Braun at $325. Good job. Our next dessert is the turtle cake. Your choices are dwindling. We got the turtle cake and the marquise coming up. So, the high bid right now is Sherry Kowicki. She changed her game plan. Things go virtual, things change, people. You gotta pivot. Okay, she's got the high bid at $275. We will close it in 1 minute.
I promise you that this is not just an interactive experience to the Braun household over cakes. We really, truly can't see you, but apparently we're delivering cake instructions as we go out. But as you keep doing this and we're having some fun with our auctions, you are helping to make the choice for our families and our students to be here. You're investing in our students, teachers to continue to do the great work they're doing even through this year. And you're keeping our family together throughout all of this. There's no greater evidence of all the impact this makes and what you're doing tonight than our alumni and the things that they do when they leave us and move on to even better and great things. That's why we get to share with you tonight Jennifer Augustin Ambrosio from the Blessed Trinity class of 2016 and where she is.
Hi there, my name is Jennifer Augustin Ambrosio. I am part of a family of 6 and I am the oldest of 4 girls. I graduated Blessed Trinity in 2016. I also graduated Cristo Rey Jesuit High School this past summer. Now I am a former student at the College of St. Benedict as a freshman, where I will be majoring in political science and double minoring in Hispanic studies and communication. Before Blessed Trinity, I went to a public school and now me transitioning into a Catholic institution was something that it was challenging, but then it was something that has really impacted my life and has shaped the person I am today. Along the years, I also got help from Mr. Stock and Mr. Boyle. They have helped me through different recess sessions and lunch sessions as well, but also having that after school time, doing book reports, finishing tests, retaking tests, getting my questions answered, as well as talking about any different concerns I had about the class or if I didn't get anything. So just having that extra time and support from the teachers really shaped the person I am today.
Jennifer's story is like so many we hear. We have families making a sacrifice and a priority in their education. They're showing their kids, just like our parents did, that this is important. We match that up with your giving from donors tonight and nights like this, and then foundational support from partners like GHR and a Catholic education becomes possible for students like Jennifer. She was too humble to mention that she has a full ride to St. Ben's. And when we shared this with her teachers, Mr. Stock, Mr. Boyle, Ms. Hillman, they weren't surprised. She was a hard worker, is a hard worker. She advocated for herself, and she didn't let this opportunity pass her by. Speaking of opportunities passing by, Sherry, the turtle cake is not yours. I have been advised that the winning bid for the turtle cake is a group of teachers. So, Deb Verber deserves a high five from her hug because she is the high bidder for the turtle cake, $450. Things are getting real. Last dessert. Do you have a plan? My plan was to deliver them all to my house at the end, but that is not working. So, the marquise is our last dessert from the turtle bread. The current bid is Tasha Martin, Grand Gala first, and at $425. We will close it in 1 minute.
This is your last chance. So if you haven't gotten it in, do it now. Deb, here's your high five if you didn't have it with you. And please remember there are so many other opportunities. If you haven't quite got that Make a Difference in yet, you can still get that in yet tonight and continue to do that as we go forward. Our silent auction doesn't actually close until 2 o'clock tomorrow. So if you didn't get the cake, there are other fabulous things awaiting for you. Just keep scrolling in that app. And as we keep going along here, we are working our way towards letting you know exactly how well we are doing tonight. So we'll be showing you that in just a little bit.
We need to acknowledge our VIPs, Dan and Teresa DeGrace, Ann Garland, Bob and Pat Hall, Sarah Hillman, Larry and Laurel Johnson, which is convenient because Laurel used to teach in Sarah's classroom. So that's now being called the VIP classroom. You're welcome. Gary and Kathy King, Jim Lemmer and Patricia Brennan, Phil and Rose Murray. Thank you for donating early, for noting that you wanted to be a virtually important person, and you were delivered your packages yesterday. Next up, after we close out the dessert auction, we will be opening up our golden ticket, where you'll have a choice of adventures or quarantine essentials, up to you. The winner gets a choice of restaurant gift cards, cooking classes, streaming services, a foursome at our golf tournament, an escape room, or a membership at the Science Museum. Our dessert auction is closed, and Sherry Kowicki is the high bidder of the marquise at $450. It is time for our golden ticket. The golden ticket winner is ticket number 22, Jeremiah Sealander. Congratulations. We'll contact you and ask you about your choices.
We want to pause and say thank you to all of you that bought all of those tickets before this ever even started tonight. If you waited like me to get your ticket or your cake, you're just out of luck with those things, and I'm so sorry. We look forward to you being in the room next year and getting to them just a little bit earlier. Congratulations, Jeremiah and your family. We hope you enjoy. This time, we'd like to check in on our totals and let you know how we've been doing, not only on the screen, but in the background. Nancy, can you tell us how we've been doing tonight? Well, she's doing some quick tabulations because it's so many things coming in. Thank you very much. You continue to make such a great difference in our community. We have raised $14,625 tonight, and it is my distinct pleasure to let you know that that match I mentioned when we started tonight actually was part of something we get to do throughout the end of our year here. And so we actually were using that as well, and many of you know, for our Give to the Max Day challenge back just a few weeks ago. So many of you responded so well there. We get to add $15,601 to our totals tonight, which brings us up to $30,226 already this evening. Thank you so much for meeting that challenge and for making it such a wonderful place. You deserve a round of applause, and we can't get enough people in here to do it yet tonight. I also want you to know that as we were getting on tonight, that incredible donor who challenges us so well knew how we were doing and said, you know what? I think I can do more. So they've extended us. They've offered to increase that challenge by $10,000 through the end of the year. I know we can get there because we're already to his first challenge, their first challenge, I should say, sorry. We invite you to continue that incredible support, and thank you so much for getting us to that first ledge tonight. We are so blessed to have you.
Thank you to all the names on the screen. The Give to the Max Day donors, Grand Gala donors, they all contribute to our annual fund, which overall has a $207,000 goal this year. Our donors contribute in many different ways. We have sustainers who give monthly support through planned, reliable gifts that serve the ongoing needs of our school. Paul Peichel, Jim Lemmer, Annette Marguerite, Maureen Skagula, they all started us off as sustainers years ago. Most of the names on this list joined just during the pandemic. They chose to lean in when everything in the world told them to step back. We'd also like to thank our change makers. This spring, our first class of change makers will turn 2 years old. These donors have made a continued investment in our school and are making a long-term commitment in giving to give us a better way to plan, to budget, and to grow our school.
It's now my chance to say thank you to all those names on the list and to all the ones we keep seeing scroll past. This really, truly is amazing and fun. And I am going to break you in on a little secret here tonight. We couldn't do it entirely without all of you. So many of you are here, Minnesota Twin styles, in the audience so that we can see you while we're doing this. We are so grateful to have you and can't wait to be back together. But the difference you make doesn't just stop with the gift. We know that goes to one of our students. It goes to a family. It goes to an education and a chance and an opportunity that goes on. But we also know your difference influences others. And so tonight I get to announce something that we had been planning for a while, and then COVID struck, and we couldn't be together. So here tonight, I'm thrilled to tell you that the difference you have been making, the difference you made last year, the difference you continue to make, has inspired a group, an anonymous group of donors, that got together and said they wanted to be a change maker. They wanted to sustain us, and they wanted to do the things that you're showing and inspiring them to do. That group pledged us $25,000 a year for 10 years, starting last year. Their first gift came last year, and every year after because of the things you're doing to keep us on this road. Thank you so much for being an inspiration to them. To that group, I get to say thank you because your gift inspired even more. We were able to take your generosity and find our friends at Cisco and right here at our parish at St. Peter's and increase that gift so that we could recarpet the floors here in many of our classrooms, which turned into a little bit more bigger project because asbestos in an old building. But we were able to do it because of the inspiration and the incredible generosity of so many. and the difference that keeps being inspiring so we have great places for our wonderful students to learn. It also got extended a little bit more, so the entryway at this campus got done as well, and we haven't had anybody in to see it yet. So we'll have to invite you in as soon as we can so you can see the wonderful spaces that you're making a difference in and see those fantastic faces of students while they get to enjoy those in their learning and the work that they get to do.
There's so many people to thank for tonight. The Grand Gala Committee was Teresa DeGrace, Amy DeCrans, Patty DeMay, Margaret O'Connor, Jackie Spano, Corey Marshall, and out of retirement, Nancy Cullen. Altogether, this group of ladies, these moms, have 16 alumni and 7 current students. I'd like to thank my husband and proud BT dad for helping edit the stuff that was in my head and getting it on the screen. Our sponsors, all our silent auction donors. Tonight was just not the same without you here. But the love and the dedication that went into this night is just magical. It's an incredible school. I think you can tell by how much we love it. And the evening was just as great with dinner and dance and an auction, and hopefully we'll be back at the Minnesota Valley Country Club next year. We can't wait to see you and give you a hug.
It is such a great honor to say thank you to all of you tonight and to thank so many people and list them all again, and we can do it again and again because you deserve it. I'm getting the note from over my shoulder here that we're up to 32,301 now as our total as this has kept going, so thank you for all of you as you keep going with us. Please remember those opportunities are still there, and you are continuing to make a difference every single time you say yes to us, so thank you. Thank you for being with us. We need to say thank you to Terry Braun for her exceptional work in our advancement office and putting all this together and leading us through the most unusual gala we will ever probably have. We hope.
Please.
We hope.
Please.
So thank you, Terry, for all that you do to keep us on track with these things. And finally, one more important thank you, and it's to our faculty and staff. They are usually right over here-ish, making some noise because the cake was delivered to them and kind of throwing off my rhythm by this point in the gala. But they couldn't be here tonight, so I can get through this a little bit easier. We know they're watching from home, and we know the real magic, the real difference that happens is because of them and what they do every single day to help our kids take the next step in their journey to be the people they're going to be. That's the magic and the mission that happens. Thank you, thank you, thank you, faculty and staff, for joining us, both on the journey all the way through and tonight. We are so grateful for you. We hope you're enjoying this celebration of you and the impact you're having. I bring them up to close because they will also be closing us with a prayer. This prayer was written by Father Mike Tix, our former canonical administrator, and was adapted just for tonight. We all look forward to being together again, and hopefully very, very soon, but certainly by the time we do this again in just 1 year. And we hope to be able to give you the hugs that we had to send to you through the cameras and through all of this tonight. Thank you for an incredible night. Thank you for the incredible numbers that are continuing to roll up and being scribed over here. I really can't look because I'll be distracted and we'll be here all night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As a good Catholic, we know all things come in threes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May God continue to bless you and your families. And as ever, go Tigers.
God of all time, you tell us that where 2 or 3 are gathered in your name, that you are in their midst. Thank you for this incredible evening. We can feel you with us.
We know of your guiding presence in this history of our school, where lives have been enriched and students empowered to grow in age, wisdom, and grace.
We ask your presence to be with us throughout this year. Fill us with your gifts of wisdom, courage, and fortitude as we reflect on the mission Jesus gave to us. Go out and make disciples of all nations.
Que el Espíritu Santo nos conduzca y nos guíe cada día en la Escuela Católica Santísima Trinidad para ofrecer una educación católica que permita a los jóvenes crecer a su máximo potencial y a convertirse en líderes llenos de fe en el mañana.
God of love, bless our efforts on behalf of Blessed Trinity. May Blessed Trinity be the city set on a hill that radiates the kingdom of God for all to see, know, and experience, as your presence among us today and always.
May the future of our school be blessed. In the name of the Father, the Son,
and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.